I think this is a really important day, and I think it's so important that we take time to celebrate the successes of our community. We are so busy with the everyday aspects of our lives. We do projects, we move on, we have success, and we forget to look back and say, hey, that was really cool. That had a tremendous impact on our community, and we need to celebrate that. So that's what we're trying to do today. If you were to just take a tour of downtown, go down into the Haymarket, or tour anywhere in the city, actually, you will see the benefits or the effect that business has had on our community. One of the most significant events that has taken place in my tenure as a chamber president is the vote on the Haymarket. And what's really important is what's happened after that. And what we did as a chamber to try and help advance this community and help businesses grow. And we decided we needed to continue that momentum, so we needed to enact a branding campaign, and we did that some time ago. And we've had numerous people come up to us and say, I'm here in Lincoln because of that branding campaign, and because of the momentum that has happened in this community. And that's what we're trying to do as a Chamber of Commerce. Support businesses, help them grow, and create this momentum that is so fantastic in our community right now. I just want to thank all the businesses here today. I want to thank you for your investment in the Chamber of Commerce. It enables us to do what we do, and I tell you what, our city is fantastic and has tremendous third-party accolades that we receive on a daily basis that happen because of you, our businesses. Thank you. Good morning and welcome to our 21st annual Celebrate Business Awards Luncheon. We truly are living in a golden time in Lincoln's era. I mean, we should all be so proud and so excited about what's to come and the momentum that has occurred over just inside the past 10 years. It's just phenomenal. And because of that, we have garnered, as I mentioned, so many third-party accolades, but we've also garnered a lot of national attention from Bloomberg's Business News, NPR, the United In-Flight magazine, and the infamous 3-minute and 45-second piece on CBS News about our startup community. And that piece actually catapulted or created the opportunity for us to bring Steve Case to Lincoln on October 3rd for L&K DNA and his Rise of the Rest tour. And at each of your places, there's several of these pieces that talks about YP Week that'll be occurring during that period of time. I want to encourage you to go to lnkdna.com and learn about all the activities that are going to take place that week. We have so much to celebrate, so let's have lunch and get on with our program. Thank you. I want to take a minute here and recognize all of the elected officials who have joined us today. Would all the elected officials please stand and be recognized so we can thank you for your service to our community? All the elected officials. I would also like to call your attention to the banners behind me. They represent the trustee members of the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, and I want to thank them for their investment in our organization. They enable us to do the things that we do. Please help me recognize them. I would also like to recognize this year's chair of our board of directors, Terry Hymas. I didn't tell you I was going to do this. I probably should have. Terry Hymas, COO with Nelnet. Thank you, Terry. I would also like to ask all of the board of directors of the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, both past and present, to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. We are also very pleased to have the mayor joining us today. Growing Lincoln and creating a vibrant community requires a partnership between the business community and the city. And I can tell you we have a true partner in Mayor Beitler. We appreciate his leadership in moving our community forward. Would you please help me welcome our mayor to the podium, Mayor Chris Beitler.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. You having a good time? Yeah, I hope so. Thank you. Thank you all for being here to help celebrate this very outstanding business community we have in this city, in this very vibrant city. And of course, I want to thank the Chamber once again for putting on this annual celebration, which helps us look back and look ahead too at the same time. And I look forward to honoring all of our award winners today. But I also think we should just take 1 second and honor an award winner of last week, our own Wendy Birdsall, Inspire Woman of the Year. How about that? Big clap. I ended up taking note of a couple of people today. A sadder note in the sense that last weekend, as all of you know, we lost one of the giants of our business community with the passing of Dwayne Ackley. And I know I want to, and I know all of you want to express our condolences to Phyllis and to the family. And it's just so important in my mind, at least, that we take note of how all this entrepreneurial spirit and all of this that we have today came to be here. And of course, there were a number of people in our near past who brought us here. In my State of the City address last week, I focused on innovation and the necessity to support our entrepreneurs who came along with big ideas. And the entrepreneurs of today can certainly look at the life and career of Dwayne Ackley for inspiration. He and his wife grew Creek Carriers to $1 billion business with 6,000 employees. But this self-proclaimed country boy did far more than that. He and his family have given back to the city, the state, and the nation in so many ways. And I know that a great many people in this room today have stories about his vision, his common sense attitude, and his generosity. His impact, of course, will be felt in this community for many, many years into the future. And his community spirit is an example for today's entrepreneurs to follow. Many people in Lincoln shared Dwayne's country roots. I've long believed that those who grew up in our agricultural small town settings bring many extraordinary strengths to this city that they call home. A generous spirit, a belief in hard work, the willingness to take risks, and the understanding that we must all work together to succeed. Those are the values that made these families strong in the country, makes this city a great city that continues to earn top rankings for our economy and our quality of life. So today we're honoring just a few of the many businesses who are committed to making Lincoln an even better community. And I know we will all leave here today inspired by their example. It is indeed a great time, as Wendy oft repeats, to live and work in this great city of Lincoln. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. And it truly is a wonderful time to be in this city, and I hope that you all take advantage of it and be part of all the excitement and movement that we're seeing right now. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Rod Fowler. Many of you know Rod as a trusted leader in our local news at KLKN. Rod has been the news anchor since the inception of the station here in Lincoln, helping them celebrate their 20th year in broadcasting in Lincoln earlier this year. Wow. Thank you. Please help me welcome Rod to the stage.
20 years. It has been 20 years, and it reminds me how fast time flies by, doesn't it? Wendy, once again, congratulations on Woman of the Year. That is great. We are here today to celebrate business and recognize leaders in the business community for all they do. As Wendy mentioned in the video, business is important to each of us. It makes our city a great place to be. I think we all agree on that, right? Many people are taking notice of Lincoln. Forbes magazine says Lincoln is the #1 city for job seekers, and we rank in the top 5 emerging entrepreneurial hubs in the U.S., according to Entrepreneur magazine. You know, these accolades are a direct reflection of the work of business in our community. Their commitment and dedication are remarkable. Great job, Lincoln businesses. Give yourself a round of applause. I know you just sat down, but I'd like to ask Mayor Beitler to come back up and join Wendy and me here by the stage to begin the awards ceremony. Now, I would like to ask you to please hold your applause until after each winner's acceptance video on the big screens has played. There are 28 million small businesses in the U.S., and they fuel the American dream. They are drivers of the U.S. economy and give opportunities to people with entrepreneurial spirits. They know hard work, and their growth and prosperity are results of the dedication to the community, and we honor them today. Please watch the big screens up there as we award this year's Outstanding Small Business of the Year to Honest Abe's. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Eric Hustad. I'm one of the co-founders of Honest Abe's here in Lincoln. So about 5 years ago, we opened up a food truck here in Lincoln. That was our first sort of part of opening up our own business. And we ran that for a little while in different spots around town. And then eventually we found a little space that we decided to open up a burger restaurant for. That sort of concept just took off. People fell in love with it. So we stopped doing the food truck. After a little while, we opened up a restaurant downtown called Sebastian's Table. We realized it just wasn't exactly what people wanted downtown. So we turned that into an Abe's. And people downtown seemed to just really love the fact that there was an Honest Abe's downtown for the downtown workers and for all the university students. And so it's been really good. Opening a business in Lincoln has been really cool because it's kind of got this small town, but also somewhat of a big city feel to it. So you have a little bit of the just really close-knit community people where everybody sort of seems to know each other. Then you also have enough people that a unique, interesting concept like Honest Abe's can drive. So when we opened up, we just sort of saw the word spread like crazy because people thought, wow, there's nothing like this, and they were just really excited to have us, kind of in the neighborhood. Earning the Small Business Award is really quite an honor because honestly, Gabe and I were just sort of doing our thing. We just sort of wanted to be our own boss. We wanted to have fun. We wanted to create great food. It's just awesome to put so much blood, sweat, and tears into something and just have your peers out in the business community and in the city recognize you for that. So we want to say thanks, and we really appreciate it. We're really honored to have that this year.
And here to accept the award for Honest Abe's are Gabriel Lovelace and Eric Hustad. Most jobs, directly or indirectly, depend on manufacturing. This sector of business provides tens of millions of new jobs in our economy. It also provides an important foundation for learning and developing skills. With R&D, they create products and industries that are important to the country's economic future. Manufacturing impacts the entire world with quality jobs. Take a look at the screen as we honor the 2016 Manufacturer of the Year. This year's award goes to Benchmark Biolabs and Antelope Valley Bios. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Josh Johnson. I'm the general manager of Benchmark Biolabs. Benchmark is a contract research organization. We specialize in the research, the development, and the commercialization of biological products. Most of what we do is for animal health. We do some products that do end up in the human health pipeline. Traditionally, at the point of commercialization, we had to hand these products off. They were either sold back to their parent company, they had to make a facility on their own to manufacture these products. There really wasn't a home for this. So in 2011, we formed Antelope Valley Bios, an affiliate company, where now we have a home for these products to be manufactured.
I'm Paul Blattkamp. I'm the general manager of Antelope Valley Bios. We're the affiliate company of Benchmark Biolabs. In the last several years, Antelope Valley Bios has had several firsts. We are the first company to produce a oral delivery system for fish vaccines. We were the first company and the only company right now in the world that is capable of producing an adenovirus vectored FMD vaccine, that's foot and mouth disease vaccine.
The ecosystem here in Lincoln has been critical to the business's success. We've got an available talent pool with the university's close proximity, and we're close enough to the USDA, who governs most of our products, that Lincoln's really been key to our development. So we're committed to staying in Lincoln, growing our business here in Lincoln. Benchmark's very well known throughout the industry. We have a solid reputation of quality and service. We're very excited for this opportunity that Antelope Valley Bios has in receiving this award and put them on the map for that same quality, service, and reputation that can be carried over to the manufacturing business.
On behalf of Antelope Valley Bios, I'd like to thank everyone who has been a part of making this venture a success in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Blattkamp and Josh Johnson. This year's Green Business of the Year is being honored for their Zero Waste to Landfill initiative for their North American operation. With less than 2% of their waste going to landfills, we celebrate their efforts to help reduce their impact on the environment, and we commend their efforts to preserve natural resources. Watch the screen as we honor the Green Business of the Year, Bosch.
Hi, I'm Wanda Blasnitz, the Health Safety Environmental Manager here at Bosch Security Systems in Lincoln, Nebraska. Bosch is a worldwide company with several different business units. I'm sure you're familiar with Bosch Power Tools. We're part of Bosch Security Systems for the communication systems part of the business. At the Lincoln facility, we are a manufacturing part for Bosch. We also do R&D and the after-sales repair. It was really nice to hear that we had gotten the Green Business Award. We're really appreciative after all the effort that the associates have made. It's a real honor for us. For Bosch North America, they initiated a zero waste to landfill metric for us. And they define that as less than 2% of your waste going to a landfill. So in the fall of 2013, we began our Zero Waste to Landfill initiative. So after the first year, we were at about 50% of our waste being diverted from the landfill. And as we continued building our local partnerships with different recyclers and educating our associates, this year we're at 97%. So we're very close to the Bosch 98% goal. We'd like to thank the Chamber for the award. It's an honor for Bosch and for all of our associates. Thank you.
Leadership of Bosch today is attending a funeral of a close colleague, and they were not able to be with us, so we humbly accept this award in their honor. But let's hear it for Bosch. Entrepreneurial spirit is a mindset. Entrepreneurs are in touch with their passion. They question how it can be done better. They're optimistic about the possibilities. They take calculated risks. And above all, they execute ideas. They dedicate their life and their business to innovation and continuous improvement. The Entrepreneurial Spirit Award recognizes a company that exemplifies these qualities. Watch as we honor the winner of the Entrepreneurial Spirit, Quantified Ag. Take a look.
My name is Vishal Singh, and I'm with Quantified Ag. Quantified Ag is a livestock analytics company. We make a wearable device for cattle so we can detect illness in them early on. So the company was started 5 years ago here in Lincoln. Originally it was a drone company doing ag imaging, looking at doing thermal imaging of cattle. While the concept works, it's not very practical for real world use, so we pivoted away from that, went to wearables on animals. That tells us way more information about them, and it's a lot easier to use for the end users. What's been really good about being here in Lincoln is there's a strong entrepreneurial community. There's a lot of other startups here. There's a lot of support for startups here. And then the other benefit to us is because we're a ag company, Lincoln's not that far from real world environments that our products actually need to work in. So we just make short trips and we can do real world testing within minutes of Lincoln. So we've been so focused on building this company that it's nice to be able to stop and know that we've received this award. It's the first award that we've received, and it's nice to get this acknowledgement, I guess, from the business community in Lincoln for what we're doing. I mean, we've already got customers that are telling us, this is something that they need. Now it's also really great to get that validation from the community at large around Lincoln. And so we thank you for this award.
Accepting the award for Quantified Ag is Brian Schubach and Alex Heine. Tourism is a significant economic driver and the purest form of development. It links communities throughout the world and really defines our image. It shows us how we see ourselves and how others see us. The Tourism Development Award is intended to honor a business that has had a positive economic impact on our great city. On the screen, we honor this year's Tourism Development Award, Pink Gorilla Events.
Audio Jungle.
I'm Ben Cahoon with Pink Gorilla Events. I'm a co-founder and race director. We started the company in 2007. At the time, I was working another job and doing this on the side. And as the races continued to grow in popularity, it was one of those things that evolved into a full-time job. We now have 6 full-time employees and about 10 seasonal or part-time. So we've grown in scale as well with that number of people. So we now put on 8 events. We've escalated kind of where we're doing it and just the size of those events. I would say the best thing about Lincoln is that mentality of starting a business, of being like, hey, I'm starting this, and people are like, wow, that's really cool, like, how can I help? And just that mentality of helping in or pitching in or getting the right people on board really was one of the best things about starting this in Lincoln. Our events bring in lots of people from around the country. So the Good Life Habsy will bring in about 40 states, and the Market to Market Relay brings in about 36 states for those weekends. We estimate that the economic impact on Good Life Habsy weekends is about $3 million, and the Market to Market Relay is about $1 million. So bringing in tourism dollars for people staying here in Lincoln. Thank you for nominating us and awarding us this award. We're super honored, and we hope to continue to do good work and to bring in people to the city of Lincoln.
Here accepting the award is Ben Cahoon. The Cornerstone Award is given each year to a Lincoln business whose leadership and innovation has anchored our community and served as the launch pad for many new projects. This award is intended to honor the outstanding business of the year here in Lincoln. We now honor the Cornerstone Award. Take a look.
Hello, I'm Jeff Nordhook, and on behalf of Nelnet's executive leadership team, Mike Dunlap, Terry Hymas, Jim Kruger, and Tim Tavis, we are very honored to accept this award. We started the company in 1996 with a small investment of capital, We quickly hired some very talented associates, and by 1998, we had about 35 associates at the company. Early in our careers, we had some amazing advisors, Jay Dunlap and Angie Muehlheisen. Then we picked a dream team of board members in Lincoln, Nebraska. That would be Jim Abel, Bill Santani, Tom Henning, Kathy Farrell, Kimberly Rath, and David Graff. Not to mention our board members in Phoenix, Arizona, Mike Reardon, and our co-founder and the heart of Nelnet, Steve Butterfield. We took the company public in 2003 and listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We decided to operate the company different than other companies. We manage the company for the long term and not quarter to quarter. We believe that great long-term sustainable companies create a continual balance amongst its customers, associates, investors, and its community. We strive to deliver unparalleled service to our customers, make it an awesome place to work, to give back to the communities in which we live and work, and to share the value that we create with our investors. So what happens when you take a noble vision, strong capital, talented people, a dream team of advisors, and a community that supports business? Our associates serve over 8 million borrower customers with over 180 billion, that is billion with a B, in loans in our servicing division. And in our payment processing division, we serve over 2.4 million K-12 students and families, 6.8 million higher education customers, and we process over 20 billion in payments for over 10,000 K-12 schools and over 800 college and universities in the US and Australia annually. We have invested in over 24 startups in Nebraska. We occupy over 270,000 square feet of space in Lincoln, Nebraska, including our 13th and O Street operations, and we have an additional 50,000 square feet in Omaha. We house our innovation hub in the Fuse co-work space, and by the end of the first quarter of 2017, we will have added an additional 90,000 square feet of office space that houses over 700 people between the second floor of the soon-to-be new Huddle World headquarters and the completely renovated buildings in the Telegraph District. I want to thank Clay and Craig Smith for their creative vision and for bringing our real estate goals to a reality. Oh, did I forget to mention that we are bringing blazing fast fiber optic internet, television, and phone service to every resident and business in Lincoln, Nebraska? No, it is not your grandmother's fiber. Yes, something gig is coming. You either go gig or go home, and go gig red. If I haven't been clear, hopefully you are seeing our Allo trucks and crews everywhere getting ready to light Lincoln on fire with fiber optic telecommunications. We want to thank the community for opening its arms to our newest Nelnet family members, the Associates of Allo Communications. As all of you know that belong to the Chamber of Commerce, none of this happens without strong business community support from the mayor, the city council, the state legislature, and the governor. Our people are what make the company great. So on behalf of all the Nelnetters across the US and the globe, we want to thank you for this Cornerstone Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Nelnet, Jeff Nordhook and Tim Tavis. The Roger T. Larson Community Builder Award is given each year to an exceptional candidate who's proven leadership and influence. It has shaped the Lincoln community as we know it through their civic leadership, community involvement, and contributions. This person has changed Lincoln for generations to come. Roger's legacy and presence in the Lincoln community remains with us, and his family is here today. Can you raise your hands? Roger's family, right here. Let's give them a round of applause. Good to have you. The Lincoln community has benefited greatly from the service of the person I'm about to present to you. We are honored to announce this year's winner of the Roger T. Larson Community Builder Award, Doug Emery. Please turn your attention towards the screen.
My name is Doug Emery. I was the postmaster here in Lincoln and spent 35 years with the Postal Service and then 8 years as a city councilman representing Northeast Lincoln. Well, I grew up in Northeast Lincoln, and Northeast Lincoln is a very community active area, and I had parents who were community active, and so it was a natural marriage, I think, to go into government service. Roger was, in my mind, one of the most active and one of the least partisan people in Lincoln. He just was very interested in moving the city along. I had the good fortune of going to almost quarterly luncheons with Roger, where we just kind of sat and talked about the city and how difficult it is sometimes to try to be in the middle and not pick a side and just try to move Lincoln along. He was a tremendous leader, more than willing to step up at any point. And if you could just be a part of that, you should be pretty happy with the way your life is going. Thank you to everyone for this honor. I'm never sure that I'm worthy of some of the things that get thrown my way. I've been a pretty lucky man, but my appreciation to the Chamber and to everybody who worked so hard the last 8 years on the council to make me feel welcome and to help move the city forward. And certainly to my family, who spent an awful lot of time with me going to meetings and those kinds of things, and allowed me to be active and to be part of making this community a better place.
Here he is, Doug Emery. Burnham Yates was passionately committed to his hometown. A community leader and a believer in private enterprise, he championed countless projects to benefit Lincoln. The Burnham Yates Citizenship Award recognizes an individual's comprehensive business achievements in the city of Lincoln. As you'll see in a moment, the community as a whole has greatly benefited from her continual civic efforts. Angie Muhleisen personifies community leadership and is this year's recipient of the Burnham Yates Citizenship Award. Please watch this.
My name's Angie Muhleisen, and I'm CEO of Union Bank and Trust Company. So when I think about why I've been successful, I have to say, without a doubt, it's because of the culture my father established 45 years ago and the 800 employees that work at the bank. So as the CEO, my job really is pretty easy. My job is to protect and promote our culture. And really our culture is very simple. We care about each other, we care about the customer, and we care about the community. Another part of our culture that's also very important to us is we want to be a family-friendly organization. I know that employees have lives outside of the bank, and we want them to be able to have their priorities as their family, their friends, and work, and in that order. And some of us also add a faith component to that, but the point is, we want our employees to have a work-life balance, and that is a huge part of my personal success and the success of the bank. Another part of our culture is the role that we play in our community. We really believe that we're servant leaders. We are here to serve our customers and serve our community, not to be served. To that end, Union Bank Associates have literally helped thousands of customers, and it's not just a business transaction for them. Really and honestly, they care about our customers, and they want to have a partnership with our customers. And the same's true with the community. And I probably got one of the highest compliments I've ever received the other day when someone walked up to me at a social function and said, "I can't think of a charitable or civic organization that Union Bank employees aren't involved in." And they went on to say that they see our associates serving on boards all across the city and that Union Bank's name is often listed as a donor. And I have to say, that put a smile on my face. So on behalf of all of us at Union Bank, I would really like to thank the Chamber for honoring me with the Burnham Yates Citizenship Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, Angie Muhleisen. And Angie asked if she could take just a couple minutes to say something, and we said, "You bet." Here you go.
Very quickly, I think we need to give credit where credit is due, and I want to start, I've got my parents in the audience, Jay and Shirley Dunlap, my brother, he may not claim me, Mike is the chairman over at Nelnet. I also want all of the associates that are here from Union Bank, obviously there's 800 of them. My husband also helps a lot with any success that I've had, and I've also got my son Jason here with his wife Kayla. So if all of them could stand up, this is where the credit is due.
Thank you very much. Let me move the mic just a little bit here. We're about ready to wrap things up here. We want to thank you all for joining us here today. Let's give a round of applause to the Cornhusker Hotel. Great meal. Also to the sound guys over there in the corner, and also the fine folks who made the videos. Weren't they great? Let's give them a round. And just real quickly, 20 seconds here on a personal note. Wendy mentioned this at the beginning. We did celebrate 20 years earlier this year. We went on the air April 1st, 1996. And you know, when you start off a brand new business, it's kind of scary, isn't it? You're not really sure how you're going to be accepted, how it's going to go. I want to thank all of you, because not only for those of you who watch, but for businesses who have supported us. We have a table back there of our sales staff, and I know, speaking on behalf of them, they would like to say thank you as well. So here's to another 20 years, right? What a great lunch. I hope you had a great time. One more time, we just want to say congratulations to our 2016 award winners, and we'll see you again next year. Thank you.